No? There it goes. Okay. I just wasn't catching that. Well, congratulations, chat. You did another 50-50. I hope you're proud of yourselves. Because I literally saw somebody change their vote. Specifically for 50-50. But I saw what you originally chose, so, I know what you're up to. I know your game. I happened to have the window open at the time, and I saw the stats go back and forth, like, twice. Like, oh wait, the 50-50, but I want this, but also the 50-50. I fucking saw you. I don't know who you are, but I saw you, and I respect the hustle of committing to my 50-50 brand. However, I know what you picked originally, so we're doing that. I don't want to anyway. I was gonna work on this Saturday. It's Valentine's Day. But I didn't know if I definitely wouldn't have finished something like this in that time frame. Especially with the complicated fucking pose as this is. Being a 3-character full body. Sorry, I'm eating. I didn't exactly have a chance to eat before stream. Well, I kinda did, but cat was in my lap, so, you know. Per cat owner rules. Yeah, always with the 50-50, right? Honestly, I think it would be really funny to do, something that was like a coin flip, but it like starts like the Genshin 5-star screen. That shit would be funny. It plays like the Genshin 5-star screen, and then instead of the character popping up, it's whether it's heads or tails, you know, for a coin flip. That would be hilarious. I'm not a programmer, so I can't do that shit, but that would be funny. Alright, I have spinach artichoke ravioli with pasta and veggies and a Parmesan sauce. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I didn't realize that it had a Parmesan sauce when I got it. So I may end up with a migraine later, because Parmesan tends to give me migraines. Why not? If I start feeling it, I'll take meds for it, but sometimes it doesn't happen, so again, with the 50-50s, you know. Let's see if I win this gacha. Like, it's good, but I think because how I think since my body started recognizing that Parmesan tends to give me problems, be it migraines or occasionally when my body decides it's lactose intolerant, which is also 50-50. It ends up being, what's the word? What am I looking for? I think I'm not as keen on the taste of Parmesan as I used to be, you know? You associate something with negatives enough, it just no longer becomes enjoyable. Honestly, there's still some veggies left in this, but I'm not sure I want to eat the rest of it right now. Because, they're very soaked in the Parmesan sauce. It's okay, I got other snackies. It has snap peas and hummus. It's a lemon garlic hummus, so it's really yummy. That's kind of been my obsession snack lately. At least for the savory variety. The sweet variety of snacks has been apples and caramel. But also I have strawberries and whipped cream downstairs in the fridge if I really want. And I did get lemon cupcakes if you were a part of the Discord conversation. Okay. Anyway, let's get started on this. I spent way too long yesterday working on this. Probably a good, like, hours, maybe more. Just trying to get these three arranged. I pulled up several different references of what I might want for this art. Because I knew I wanted to do a special art for the Day of Love and all that, because, you know, romance. I gotta capitalize on that shit. Also, it's been a while since I've done something that's not purely for the story. So, you know, a little break on that aspect. Now, the Parmesan, it's fucked up my voice now too, because dairy tends to do that. Yeah. Parmesan just isn't worth it anymore for me. Anyway. Get this line set up. I forgot, I don't have to scroll as much right now because I don't have all my brushes set up in the line tool. I'm still holding out for the day that they add an update where I can rearrange those. That would be nice. Anyway. But yeah, I spent way too long trying to get this file set up. And like, if it didn't win the poll today, I probably would have worked on it after stream, potentially, if I didn't get absorbed into the Minecraft server again. I started working on the floor for that, for my gym. You know, making a fucking Pokeball in the center as per usual for that type shit. I blocked out the section that the arena would be in and whatnot. Hopefully there's no like bending pillars that are supposed to reach down. If not, if there are, I'll probably, which is why I didn't do the floor in the first place, decoratively. But also I didn't know what materials I was gonna use. I'm still kind of swinging them. I think I got the like center Pokeball all set up for that. I did consider doing that today instead of art, but ended up, I was like, I haven't done art streams in a little bit, so probably should. I was also going to attempt to double stream today, on Twitch, but I misunderstood the Streamlabs layout for that. Or, yeah, the Streamlabs. I was trying to say Stream Elements because I was also doing stuff on Stream Elements today. God, my voice is being a little wonky, but to be fair, I was very much vibing to the music I was listening to yesterday, so for the last couple days, actually. But, yeah, so... Might not end up doing, dual streaming? I had to figure that out, I think. I think I had to do, a side thing offline, but... Try and figure that out. I hate drawing Yushi's hair from this angle. Maybe I should draw him in his neater hairstyle, but it always feels so wrong when I do that. I like him with his messier hairstyle. It just looks so nice. I like him looking more disheveled, you know? Oh, I should change the stream title now that we actually have a thing. But yeah. 100% don't expect to finish this today. I'll probably be able to finish the line work, as that's usually what happens. Especially given how my voice is for today. So probably not gonna be the longest stream. As much as I'd like to. I really want to stream more lately, but my body thinks otherwise. So, anyway, do that. I still haven't checked the last stream that got like super borked. Well, stream before last, because the internet was really bad. It's unlisted, so I think you can still access it through the playlists, if I remember right. The drawing playlist. I need to go and check and see if it is salvageable. I just hadn't gotten around to it. I kind of forgot for a while. I remembered during the last stream, or when I was setting up the waiting room for this last night, actually, because the stream was set to unlisted rather than public. I copied the last drawing stream. So there's a few notes in this song that just like reminded me very hardcore of Nier Automata music. Because I was recently watching one of my Oshis play through it. And I watched him play Nier Replicant, which I hadn't played or anything. Or seen anybody play. Because he played that before he played Nier Automata. And knowing the lore for Replicant now, does change quite a bit for Automata. Especially the Devil and Popola story. Oh my god. That's what he ended up playing through recently. Or in his last stream. So anyway, I got Nier on the brain. I got to remember the camera's tilted for this, so maybe I should like rotate this so it doesn't look tilted, so I can get the hair angles correct. Yeah, there we go. I very rarely use rotate canvas since I started doing mouse drawing. I used to use it all the time when I still was drawing with my tablet, but I don't do that anymore. So not much of a need to, but I feel like this instance helps my slow little brain, because my brain do be slow today. So I apologize if there are moments of mental buffering. It will happen. I think part of it's because I started regularly taking my meds again, and I didn't realize how much brain fog I get more from the meds than I do from my actual pain. Because I've been really bad about taking my meds lately. And gosh, yesterday the brain fog was so bad. There's so much I wanted to get done. Speaking of things I wanted to get done, I didn't actually do one thing that I was gonna do before stream. Okay, let me get that done real quick. I'm really editing posting a picture. I think I downloaded it yet. No, given how it loaded just now. Save to device, save. Save its thing, open this, let me get to the draft. So I finished a chapter art last night. I'm gonna post it with the teaser for the chapter today. Set up the post, but I didn't put the text, the chapter text in yet. It's really funny because I put in the draft, I put a text overlay. It says insert story short before posting. As a reminder to myself in case I was just like gonna speed run it, because I didn't know if I would remember in the morning. I'm gonna be real. Anyway, it's a redraw from one of the old from an old chapter art, and I will share it on stream. Because since it is redrawn. There we go. Let's bring you over here. Look at that. I'll bring up the old version of it too, so you guys can see the progress. The first time I drew this picture, I was feeling very lazy. This is the old one. I decided to ditch the fan because drawing a fan in that perspective kind of fucking sucks. Yeah, so I decided, nah, we don't do that. So I had to like completely redraw the hand and then that one side of her face, but I figured it would also better for her expression as well. But yeah. So the difference between me being lazy here versus me actually, you know, locking the fuck in and drawing properly. Yeah. It's also about a year and a half difference, but I didn't do too much. I did trace over most of this line work, obviously changing the outfits to their appropriate adjustments. Yuliang's is probably the most accurate of them. But there is a little bit of difference, obviously. Changed what pattern is sitting there. It's different from the pattern I normally use, but I like it better. I might change it in the official design. It's the same colors, but different flower, I think. Initially I used a hibiscus, I believe. But I don't actually know what flower this one is. I would have to look at it in here. It's probably gonna be here. Let me find it. I've been recently reinstalling all my brushes and shit, so it was one I dragged and dropped, I believe. Because initially I couldn't find the flower that I normally used, but I like the way this one looks better. I think the hibiscus I initially used was more of a something you would use to pattern a Hawaiian shirt with, you know, that type. Where is it? I think I want to say it's an orchid, but I could be mixing that up with her represented flower. My voice is so bad. Yeah, this is the one I normally use. Is this pattern right here. Yeah, this is the brush. But I ended up using something else because I couldn't find it for a while in the sea of millions of brushes I had to re-download because this is a new device. Also, this pattern right here is so cute. I have yet to use it, but I really want to use it for something with Shuya because it would be so fucking cute. It's one of his symbolisms is a bunny, and he is moon touched, so is a child of the moon. Wasn't that? Wasn't that? Wasn't that? Which one did I use? I think it was this one. Whatever the fuck that name is, huh? Domea Hideracea? That's a very technical name. What's the layman's name for that? Oops. Into this. Oh, I believed Morning Glory. That's what it is. When did you name it the regular name, not the scientific name? Like he did with the rest of these. Anyway. What's that in flower language? I'm very curious. Do we have that here? Like easy at the ready? Often signifies affection, departure, and farewell. Give me more detail. I like learning these things because it's very handy for romance. Yet. There is not much on that aspect. Morning glory flower is flower of duality. The Victorian meaning of morning glory is either love or mortality or love in vain. They are a hardy vine indigenous to South America. Blah, 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 blah. Technical bullshit. Hydration, you right? What does morning glory mean? Unrequited love, mortality of life, love that is in vain, restricted love. Interesting. I feel like that actually suits her rather well. Given how she feels about romance and stuff. Where is... There's a lot more information on this page. I'm trying to see... I think I just scrolled too far. The Chinese folklore, this flower symbolizes that lovers may only meet on one special day out of the year. Oh, that's so... it's to represent the magpie story then. Yeah, that's what this is. If anybody doesn't know that story, there's like two lovers, that I think one is a daughter of a goddess or something like that. But I think if I remember right, she falls in love with a mortal man. And but the goddess, or the mother goddess was very upset by this and kind of like tore them apart. They were like in this like celestial void or some shit like that for some time, and the goddess eventually took pity on them and allowed them to see each other once a year, by connecting them with like kind of like a bridge of magpies, almost something like that. But yeah, it's a very bittersweet. That day I believe is like it's like celebrated kind of like for Chinese Valentine's Day, from what I've read, research. I could be wrong. But yeah. Very cute, bittersweet type shit. I have not incorporated that. As much as I like it. I haven't really incorporated that into the world of fair trade. I did consider it, considering when I was like creating the gods and whatnot, but my day of that is essentially Valentine's Day that I created for Meihua is very different story-wise, because of the gods that I made. So anyway, I'm trying to do a post before I got too distracted with this. Anyway, I'll put the art back up so that you guys can see. But I did them. I did her flower the same like color scheme, but it suits. That is a good color scheme for Morning Glory. Although I think most of them it's inversed for the blue. Usually the blue's on the outside and white's on the inside, but that's okay. Let me see if the... There's some that are kind of like that. Some color patterns. They're inverse like that. Some with the white on the outside and the blue on the inside. I think she looks more purple, but that's okay. Very light. Close enough, you know? Also, I can do any colors I want. This is my universe doesn't have to directly one-to-one with the real world. I just like to incorporate little things like that. Anyway, need a hook for this social media post. God, I can fucking type. I feel like it's too long, but I'm too lazy to come up with anything else. So, did I crop this? I did crop that. Okay. Crop the other two. Save. I think the music was okay. I'm not gonna listen to it now, so... If I remember right, it was fine. I was okay with it when I uploaded the image itself last night. Lately, my images have been doing a lot better on TikTok than my videos have been. I don't know if it's a recent change with the algorithm or just my videos are bad. But yeah, it's fine by me. They're a lot less effort than doing videos. He's so real. Also, I was looking through Chapter 17 is also gonna have a lot of revision, because for one thing, I noticed I was spelling Karina's name wrong. I had to edit it in this chapter, like, text preview a few times. Hopefully I caught them all, but I did her name with 2 N's. It's actually 1 N. So I'll have to make sure to go through and change all that. Also, chapter 17 was really short. I thought for a moment that, like, part of it got deleted by accident or something like that. But I think it just is one of those that I ended up doing super short. I'm just gonna do my usual description, which I have as a pinned copy and paste in my phone. I need to save a version with the... Okay. Ooh, this little book is coming soon. Hashtag that. Those tags do great. Let me do book art. Where's the other one? There we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Wonderful. Oh. Alright, I should post that on Instagram as well. You do not show my face, thanks. Why do you default to those? Hate that. Anyway. Multi-select, do those two. And then I need... where is it? And then that one. We can rearrange. I don't know what audio that is, but I'm adding it. Usual posts. Honestly, I'm kind of glad that most social media has limited hashtags to 5 lately. Because it means I don't have to, like, think of a million different ones. Also, I think it's good, because usually in the past, at least on Twitter, I knew doing more than like 3 hashtags was usually not ideal. It should be, the settings should be fine. Saw a video of Barca there for a second. Anyway. I do need to get back into doing Genshin stuff. Maybe close those. Close this. Back to actually drawing. Distraction, averted. There should be one more here. Do it like that. That looks okay. This just makes me, oh god, I can't wait for A Date with Death 2. I saw, I've been seeing the developers posting videos on TikTok lately, and it didn't pop up on the feed, and I'm so excited! I have no idea. Oh god. It was really funny. There was one that I was like, I absolutely loved, that they posted, and they were like, I think the question was like, why we shared this game for free, because it's a crime to make people pay for these hot boys or some shit like that. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of how I feel about my stuff usually. I've been like low-key considering shutting down the Patreon, but I don't know. I worry about spontaneously posting the lewd shit onto my social media. Because usually I try and keep my social media less spicy, you know. Right now all of the spicy art is paywalled. It was really funny. I was trying to I recently did a video where it was like a kind of like jump cuts of all the chapter art so far. And I tried to put one of them in, and it's one that I haven't shared publicly yet, and I was like, you know what, it's very quick, like it was in there for like 0.5 seconds, and TikTok did not like it because, you know, shirtless men. But so I like overlaid it with a different image instead, and reposted it. So I was like, yeah, you right, universe, that image should remain book only. The book and paid members only. It came out really good though. There's something else I was gonna do on my phone really quick. I forgot. Oh, I was gonna look at what that video actually said. That's what I was gonna do. But I had to go through a lot that I scrolled through. I went back to doing doom scrolls the last couple days. Especially this morning. These were yesterday, and I saw it earlier today, I think. If I remember right, it all blends together. Oh, there it is. Wish your blaze off. Okay. Oh no, this was about the game. Oh yeah. Specifically, they said it would be a crime to not share these two idiots with as many people as possible. Oh my god, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Anyway, we need to do, need to finish the demo for Willow Mist as well. I got so many games I gotta do. But my brain can only handle one at a time. So can my schedule. I was trying to think of like where it's gonna fit in gaming this week. I do want to like, I want to game, dude. I want to do. Fields of Mystery is gonna come back soon. Also, am I lagging? My model is lagging a little bit. Why is that? CPU is not very high right now, so weird. Maybe it's just the preview I'm looking at. Oh, I think it's just the stream preview that's lagging for me, because opening VTube Studio works fine, so. Noted. It doesn't say that there's any dropped frames though, so I think it's just the stream preview is lagging a bit. Might help if I stop the stream preview on YouTube. Anyway. Enough distractions. I told you my brain wasn't here all together, so the distractions are also gonna be very high. Okay. Do this a little bit closer. I did not like the flavor of my lunch coming back with that hiccup. It's not a good aftertaste. I need to consume something else that's equally strong in flavor. I don't know if it'll be enough, but I'll try. Nibble my veggies and hummus. Because the garlic should hopefully help. It's good. One second. Hey, Chad. I'm just borrowing my car, so. Better. Okay. But normally I keep my keys in my room, so. But lately I've been keeping them downstairs because there's been so many issues with my car. And then I left them downstairs there as well for her to borrow it whenever she needed it. Because her car is also having issues. Much worse than mine right now. Her, stepdad thinks her transmission is leaking. Hi, buddy. Would you like to snuggle? Welcome. I'm gonna come snug. I know you're so cute. You lay down? Oh, I know. I love you too. I do. What you so needy today for, huh? Watch the claws, please. I will trim them. I really do need to trim his nails. They're getting very pointy. Little daggers. Yeah. And they keep getting caught on stuff. The real reason I want to chop them. He gets getting his little toenails stuck on stuff. He's really bad about, well, for one thing, when he, like, reaches out and stretches his paw, he does extend his claws, but he can't fully retract his claws anymore, because he's getting old. And older cats can't always do that anymore. So. He's my old boy. Yeah. So I try to keep up on trimming his nails. I need to get a more dedicated nail trimmer for that, though. One that's more specialized for it, because I feel like it would make things go a little smoother than using the trimmers that I'm currently using. Trimmers I'm currently using on a and I think that's why he doesn't like it as much. He's very adverse to getting him nails trimmed. He'll occasionally chomp on my arm really hard for it. So. But yeah, I just had to do this fluffy art for, because it's been a while since I've done, an art piece with all three of them. So I was like, you know, I think it's about time to do that. Valentine's Day is a good time for that. I'm just gonna do their usual outfits. Oh, nothing special. You know, one thing that I've really been enjoying lately, is, or something that I've noticed that I enjoy a lot more as of late is, whenever streamers or content creators, I guess, is more appropriate given the the people that make me realize it. Whenever like a group of content creators get together, offline or whatever, but they still like record or stream some of the content for it. It's so funny every time. As I've been recently following Min-Maxed RPG, that group. So like I follow like all of their stuff has been like popping up on my my stomach. My stomach really did not like that food. Okay, noted. Probably won't do that meal again. But yeah, anyway. So it's like Cell Sword Arts instructor Bensei, David the Bard, right? I think. And then Jacques Sibupa. All of them. And they've been sharing videos of their like adventure out, like behind the scenes shenanigans for Min-Maxed or whatever. And I just love their shenanigans when they do random bullshit together. It's so funny. And there's some other VTubers that I've been following as of late. They've been talking about doing like stuff offline or whatever, and at one point they were like, oh, what if we live streamed while we were at the Ren Fair or whatever, and I was like, that sounds so fun, not gonna lie. But I do not want to try and figure out how to do a stream out in the wild. That isn't on TikTok, you know? Doing that on YouTube or whatever sounds like a pain in the ass. I think most of these guys stream on Twitch as well, so I'm like, I really don't know how, or if that's even possible. I'm guessing it is, but I don't know. I feel like Shuya's bangs always come out different every time I draw them. You know, sometimes they are super consistent, but other times I'm just like, what even is this, you know? How did I do this? Why is it like this, you know? That type shit. Why did I decide to do this angle? What's wrong with me? Oh god. I'm a little crazy, I guess. A little silly with it. Oh, anyway, I'm still super baffled by the amount of turnout that I had during the Cobblemon stream. Like, what the fuck? Why were there so many people watching me barely speak during that stream? Because there were other people speaking over me. In case you haven't noticed, chat, when there's a larger group of people, I tend to speak a little less. Mostly because I enjoy their banter, and so I end up being more of an observer as well on that front. And I just make silly, witty remarks every once in a while. That's just how I am IRL, too. The more appropriate to my socializing activities. I should start doing more rounded gemstones. Lately I've been doing more of the, like, various diamond shapes, I've realized. How do I do this? How do I want to do this? Howdy doody dirty. Like this, I guess? Yeah, it should be fine. It should be like that. There we go. Oh, stomach really didn't like that food. Oh my god. It is violent right now. It'll be one of those days. See, I should have just stuck to doing fruit and veggies today. I considered it, considering the cat was very comfy earlier, but no, you can't have that, buddy. I don't know everything that's in it. I don't know if there's onion or something like that. Put this out of your reach. And if you want to go in the window, you can. I really need to clean my desk. It's getting a little atrocious again. It was really good for a while, but usually when I start feeling really bad, the dishes start piling up, and that's the majority of the mess. Dishes. Like half filled with my snacks, and I have a Tower of Doom, you know. We're shedding like crazy, buddy. Anyway, boy has left. Though I have a feeling he'll be back in like a minute, because he's already turned around looking at me. What you doing, buddy? I think part of why my TikTok like images do better, I think it's like flagged me more as an artist than an author or whatever. So usually, so I think that's why my my images do better than my videos do. Unless they like very severely change the algorithm, which I don't doubt, considering they recently, the US version has like changed hands, sorta, kinda. I almost never draw this line that's supposed to be underneath this, because usually this covers it. But it's at a slight angle, so it does need to be shown a little bit. I think before I draw the rest of that color, I'm gonna draw Jinsa a bit more. Anyway, I've also been like heavily thinking that I really want the new model. So I might start doing rigging again. Hopefully I don't have issues with that. If I remember right, I had to like manually deactivate the license code or whatever. But my computer crashed. Again, you know, it bricked. So I can't do that. Can't like manually say or log out of the license for Live 2D. Last time that happened, I actually had to email them or whatever, or contact support essentially to have them reset it. Hopefully I don't have to do that again. Hopefully they like fully reset it so that I have two again. But just mainly why I haven't like done another rigging stream. But honestly, I feel like rigging streams are kind of boring. I don't know. I don't know if you guys actually enjoy them or not. You guys will have to let me know in the comments or some shit. I don't know. I just feel like they're very dull work. Oh, I gotta remember today that I need to work on the... I think for this, I'm actually gonna tuck the sleeve under. It's gonna look a little funky, but I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I think like this it looks okay. I have it like come out here. Shoot, it's gonna cover this hand. I don't want that. Do a little bit of it peeking out like this. It would be under Yushi's arm here. Dang it, I wanted to draw Jinsa's little claws. I always love drawing his claws. Clawed hands are so... You know what I mean? But logically speaking, it would be there, so... And I guess I maybe could draw them over top, but I feel like that would be... I feel like that would look weird, so... Oh god, so much to account for in this image. Good lord. My brain. Thankfully I don't have to draw that one part, so skip straight to his usual rep. I ended up getting a little more twisted than I should. That's okay. I turned off the joint limiters because it was being very difficult when trying to pose, specifically Jinsa, because of the way his legs are crossed. The model was fighting me, so I kind of had to ditch the limiters. Normally I do anyway, but I forgot to turn it off on the new device. By default, they're on. But you can get better dynamic poses that way. Less stiff. Close to it. His pants are a little looser, but usually I can follow one edge rather closely. What are his boots like? I forgot. I've not drawn his boots in a while. Very rarely do his full body. Oh. Give me the reference. Oops, I didn't mean to open it and clip. It's just gonna lag things. Bring that up here so I can see better. Shouldn't draw them in specific. Did I point? Or is it just straight? I think it's just straight. To match his sleeves. Just this got loose. The looser pants that are kind of, I don't know what the Chinese term for it is, but it's like kind of how hakama are. Yeah, it's this angle a bit. At least I get to draw his little claws here. Mommy's so angry. I do think I feel the early onset of a headache, so I'm gonna preemptively take medication for that. I lost both 50/50s for the fucking Parmesan, dude. I'll just do 2. The gamer subs. I got Crimson Moonburst. Supposed to be like those, it's supposed to be like those strawberry candies that old people always have. Stuff that you have a hard time finding, although you can find them usually, or you used to be able to find them in like dollar stores. I don't know if you still can find them. Probably can in the like candy aisle, the like generic stuff. They're the little strawberry candies that are like wrapped in like a strawberry looking wrapper or whatever, and sometimes on the inside there's like a slightly more liquid, but it's like a hard candy. God, those. So I thus it appealed to me. It does taste like that. It's very strong though. I started doing 1 less scoop of the powder because doing the recommended amount was too much. So. Although I think for me, I just like I like them like 1 less, because the little flavor sample packets you get are 2 scoop, not 3 scoop. Which is what you're supposed to put in the shakers. But I think I like the 2 scoops better. I want to get another flavor or 2. But money. You know. I did order, I ended up ordering Amelie's cup, and I believe it's supposed to arrive soonish. So I should give it, hopefully I'll get more sample packets out of that. Hopefully they're different from the ones that I got. Because I would like to try more flavors. I don't know if they do this, but like I feel like they should do a thing where they just like have a sample packet of like everything. Or you can do like a big old sample pack where you pick and choose, you know? I feel like that would be great. Maybe it's just something you have to like contact them for or whatever, who knows. But yesterday I was like crashing really hard after taking my meds, and I started drinking some of the gamer strips to regain my energy, and it fucking helped so much, thank goodness. Because I have some caffeinated sodas here, but they don't always help. Also, they're not my preferred caffeinated soda, right? They're like my second and third choice. I really should get some more. Of the preferred choice, but alas, I have not. been more obsessed over the 7-Up Shirley Temple, which I think is slowly going out of stock, at least in this area. Because I think it's still limited edition type shit. At least it's what it says on the bottle. Because like I've been wanting to get the cans of it because I struggle to lift 2 liters sometimes. Because I get random bouts of muscle weakness all the time, and even lifting fucking 2 liters or jugs of milk is like impossible. Without me like trembling and about to drop it if I don't have like the strongest grip I can muster, which isn't very strong. I still drop shit all the time when I'm in that state. But it so like carrying full 2 liters is such a pain for me. Doing the cans is a lot easier because like, you know, it's less liquid. Let's wait. But they haven't had the cans in this area for a while. I can only get it in the God, speaking of that energy crash, oh my god. Check more gamer shop shit. God, I can't like. Ooh, this angle sucks for everything. I should have done a slightly different angle on this, but it's too late now. Do this way. Oh, it looks odd. What was I saying before? I didn't finish my thought, did I? I don't remember what it was. So sorry, chat. The brain fog be hitting. The energy be crashing. Nice. It's interesting to consider how this would play out. I think it would be straight like that. Because normally I do a very, I want to say ruffled, but that's not quite the right term. But pleated isn't it either. They're hard. Words are hard, brain don't work. I'd do this like extra bunched up too. Especially over here. It's all pushed together. Interesting. Cloth. Study to do. Very drapey, flowy fabric like this. Hopefully that's fine. You see Jinsa's lower half as well, because I forget how I draw. I'm supposed to draw him. Right, okay. It splits there. How do I want to do that split? I think I would do it flowing across whatever they're sitting on here. So I'm trying to debate if I want to include some semblance of background or do it like the geometric way thing doodad that I had seen that had inspired this whole image in the first place. Trying to think of how this would fall. Starting to think I should do like this actually. In which case, be kind of like mirror. This is a weird angle. This is confusing my brain. Maybe we don't do it like that. Because it's gonna look strange. Split more like this, I think. If I were to drape it like that. This is difficult. This is very difficult to draw his outfit looking correct. Like this, in this manner. Oops. I don't even know how that fucking happened. Because then comes the issue of doing this underside. I think I do need to have a line here. Oh god. Line up. I think that checks out. Whenever I draw this type of shoe shape, I always cut through the code a little bit because it's really difficult and looks a little obnoxiously long otherwise, so. Wondering. This looks okay. This angle is just so weird for everything. I'm probably gonna have to fiddle with that. But I'll do it after the fact. I really just kinda wanna do it like that. However, part of the heel does in fact show, so I need to do a little bit like this. Hopefully that's okay. awesome. Feet are not my forte. Shoes or otherwise. I'm not gonna show you as extra accessories, because that's obnoxious and it's unnecessary right now. This would be like this, I believe. Actually, in here we would have part of the front of his robes there, so this would be much shorter. Yippee! Look a lot better anyway. This is like that. I'm gonna say the orange strip is on the outside. I might do a little semblance of that right there. Extra right there. Feeling the sleepiness that comes with specifically my gabapentin. It did not affect me this hard last time I took it. I'm just like, I feel more susceptible to it. I feel like. Ugh. I'm doing too much gamer leaning. Remember to not shrimp. Bad. do actually a little bit of that poking through here as well. I do more. I'll just do a tiny bit. We'll see if I remember though when I actually color it. I don't know how much I'm actually gonna clean up the liner for this one. Considering it's just like one of those like more indulgent kind of pieces. So I might not be as nitpicky with the lines. So some of them might be a little scuffed. And if it bothers you, well, too bad. A little bit of that. Should do a little bit of his... the other half of his robes. A teeny bit. And then... actually curve this down a bit like that, and then we can do this. That way it looks like it drapes over the edge a little more. And it will look better. However, I run into the issue. I look back if it's fucking... I think it'll be okay. We'll see how it looks when I like color this part, because this part's a little weird. I mean, logistic-wise, how his outfit's supposed to look, you know? Oh, and I'm missing... I need to put some of Shuria's outfit draping over this way as well, though. It would be draping over his leg. We're gonna end up erasing most of this, aren't we? I'm gonna do this on a new layer. It makes it easier for me. When I am erasing some of it. It would end up being kind of like that. But it would also be two of them. There's front and back peeking through here. His other one... side ones would be draped in along here, so a little bit peeking out here. So much to consider. Okay. This one, definitely. This one, yeah, erase quite a bit. That's okay now. Yeah, I knew this goddamn fucking... I knew drawing this would be a goddamn nightmare, but you know. It'll look cute when I'm done with it. I need to draw Genesis here before I draw the rest of that shoulder. Wait, no. Don't need this bottom one now that I think about it, because the bottom one will be the back? No. No, it could still be this side. Because it's got 4 panels of fabric. Hip. So that's a side, this is front and back, and then the other side is buried. It wouldn't be visible. I think that's okay, yeah. Yeah. I thought setting up this image was difficult. Actually drawing it is even more so. Okay, let's go. I feel like after a few more tweaks to this pose, I should put it on the Clip Studio store. Probably as a paid one, given how much effort I put into it. Normally put that shit out for free, but you know, probably do it for like 10. Very cheap. You get that shit during the like login bonuses. Whenever they do those. Hi. Dude. Why are you screaming at me? What's up? You're very chatty today. He's been screaming at me all day. I don't know what he wants. Because he has water, he has food. Are you upset that your litter box is dirty? And I know I need to clean it up. Normally you're not upset about that kind of thing. Your sister was. Are you getting prissy about that in your old age? God, I miss her. I miss your sister, bud. She passed like 3 years ago now. She was such a sweetheart. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call. Grandma was calling me about my car. She was having issues with the keys. My car's a little finicky. You have to like push the key into the ignition, like further into the ignition as you're like turning it and whatnot. So, she was having issues with that. Because my ignition kind of like locks it otherwise. What? Hi, I love you. Sorry, checking Discord really quick. Yeah, really spicy. Oh, I understand why that's weird. Okay, yep. I was like, huh? What you doing, buddy? Can I help you? What you want? Come here. I don't know if you guys can hear him. He's pretty quiet right now. Mic doesn't always pick him up. It wasn't picking up my clapping earlier either, so you know. Man, my skin is really red and irritated all of a sudden. Anyway, I'm gonna keep my phone on me in case... in case Grandma calls again or has issues functioning my car. Hopefully that's the only other issue she ends up having. But like my luck, something else will happen. Hydration time. a little more curved than it should be, but I think it's fine. Do it a little bit over his fingy. And then the rest of it can be beneath. At least this part can be draped over a little more. Draped over actually looks better. What? What are you scared of me? The window is open. You have food and water. You want to be free, huh? You want me to open the door, don't you? So you could just lay in the hallway. I think I need to take my allergy meds because my skin is breaking out really bad. I think this boy is shedding, and he has the dandruff real bad. He sheds. And I am very mildly allergic. I don't remember if this is one that makes me sleepy. We'll find out. I'm gonna close this up because I'm not eating it right now. What? You want to play? Is that it? Can I do a little bit of laser pointer with you? You want this? Yeah? You want that? You want that? Yeah? You can play? Sorry chat, I don't have cat cam set up for this. Otherwise, I'd show you him playing with a laser. My floor is a fucking disaster anyway, so I don't want you to see that shit. Does this help? Is this helping that little kitty brain of yours? Now you're just staring at it. It's just a dork. On TikTok, there's this automatic toy that you can hang from the door frame, and it just dangles that toy there. I'd really like to get that for him, but I don't have a place to hang it, essentially. Unless I, like, hang it from my ceiling fan, which I don't think is a good idea. Because, he can't... So, there's a baby gate in my door, so that it separates my room, to be his safe space from the dogs. You want more? He walked away for a second. And yeah. Anytime he eyes my hand because he knows where it comes from. Dangerous, because he clawed me real bad. Yeah. He saw the source of it. So I'm like, try to direct his attention down to the floor every time I see him looking up at it. Normally he follows, like, if I put my hand lower, if he notices it on the floor. I'm having a hard time pressing the button, but I'm sorry. It's similar to a pen, so it kind of hurts. Also very shaky. but I think the shakiness works. Okay. Yeah. I know, you get bored very easily lately, huh? I love you. Is that good enough for now? Can I continue streaming? Normally you're not this worked up at this hour. You are so shedding. I see so many tufts of fur coming off of you. Yeah. Well, I'm sure it was tickling your back area a little bit, huh? There's a little fluff there. Feel better? Want some snow? Want some snuggle now? What's up? What's going on in your little brain? Can I help you? What do you want? You know? Come on. Okay. Yeah, there he is. There's the boy. Hello. God, you really need brushing. You were not shedding this bad last week. Where did all this shed fur come from? Do not chomp on that plastic. And stop running into the mic. Smooches. I know, you get upset when I give you too many. It's so cute. You know, you get so embellished. Like, Dad, I don't need kisses. I'm too old for that. You're never too old, bud. You're my baby boy. You will always be my baby boy. Give you all those smoochies. No, you cannot chomp on that plastic. Stop acting like you're gonna. You old jerk. Yeah, you're full of it. You're gonna go find some plastic you can chomp on. The edge of the garbage bag. Anyway, cat distraction averted. Although, seeing as he seems like he still has a lot of energy, I just open the door. I think Grandma's out doing her appointment right now, so it's just me in the house. So I'll open the door for you so you can be out in the hallway. Hey. Sure. Fucking bumps on plastic. I know you're bored, huh? You wanna play with your fishy? You love playing with the fishy. Fishy? Hey, fishy? Yeah, he still wants to play. But he's very silly and he very rarely plays by himself. More laser? You're silly. You are. Look at you, you're so chunky. You really need to play more. No. around. Not my hand. Super. Yeah, open the door for you. You can go out there. You guys will probably hear the barking if the dogs get triggered by something. A little more since the door is open. You can usually hear it anyway, so. No more? No more? Poor thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I don't have, like, toys that are very appealing to you. I lose interest in them so quickly. You could find toys to play with. You do. Why are you so bored? I don't know where the string wand is, but once I'd play with that with you, because I think you like that most. Yeah. I think the door automatic one like that would be good for you, but that's the only way to put it. Because I can't really put it on my door. There's not really a good space to like pin it to the wall either, so like I don't know. Maybe I'll send a video to one of the videos of it to my mom and see if she has a better idea on where to put it, maybe? Because I just don't have any good spots for it. Like like all my walls are like covered by furniture. The room is like fully bordered. But like I couldn't necessarily like pin it to a wall in some way and just have him go at it there. You're so cute. I love you. You handsome guy. I mean, if the door is open, I could attach it to the door rather than the door frame. It would just make a lot of noise because I have a couple things hanging off of the door. I have the my on-air light. Oh. Anyway. I also have like a little bead thing that was made for me at some point. It has like a little panda image. Like made of beads, but it's like bead art, I guess? It's like a bead art tapestry, but it's like a tiny little thing. Like the size of my palm. It's very cute. I think a friend, their relative made it for me or whatever. Because, I used to be, well, no, yeah, I was very obsessed with pandas, younger age. My PNG, my first PNG tuber was a, panda patterned corgi because they were my two favorite animals. I called it Porgy before, you know, corgis actually existed in Star Wars. Or before I knew it existed anyway. But that was like one of my earliest like PNG avatars. Why does that keep happening? Whenever I press control, which is it? I think temporarily to move things. I need to turn that off, I think. Because I don't think that used to be a thing. Or maybe it did, and I just didn't do. Just like really bad about it today. Preferences. No, not preferences. It would be shortcuts. Shortcut settings. Tools, I think. Move. Nope. Okay. Not move. I can still do that, right? No, I can't. Why is this not delete shortcut? Okay. Maybe there is something. Modify your key settings. That's what I want. So control. I see. Okay. Can I just remove this? What? What? Yeah, it's hitting on. Okay. And where's spacebar? Change tool temporarily hand. Yeah, okay. It is doing that. But this should be fine. What's up, buddy? You were squawking at me. What's up? You're just being needy. You want my attention today? You want my undivided attention, huh? Well, you could come sit in my lap. I can give you pets. But I think you'd still want to play, huh? Yeah. You're not usually this energetic. Look at all this energy. Did you steal it from me? Is that why I'm tired? You baby boy. You're so handsome. What are you playing with? What even is that? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna throw it away. It's some sort of stick that was broken. But it was like a black stick? So, I don't know. If you want to play with something like that, there's no little springies. Gotcha. I gotta appease the cat. Alright, see if I can get him to play with one of his little toys so he doesn't fucking me. I don't know if that's gonna interest him. Nope, he walked. If I'm not playing with him, he doesn't want it. Your little wand over there? No. Is it? Oh wait. There we go. Wanna play with this instead? I know you usually like this better. Yeah, you get it. He likes the little mouse wand better. Get the feathers. This one has like feathers at the very tip and then the string with the mouse on it. So it's 2 for 1. Tickle tickle. I don't know why you're so bored today. Yeah, you get it. You get it. Silly guy. Silly boy. My tummy is grumbling and I can't tell if it's because it's upset or if it's still hungry. Chomp. 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 You're so silly. Yeah. Chomping at the feathers. Being a goober. Yes. Yes. You're all tangled up. There you go. Boy. This is a smart boy. Yeah. You know how to get untangled. You're so funny. You're my funny boy. Yeah. You get it. You get it. Well, we're on cat break. Hopefully he tires out soon. He's not a very active player. He's kind of a lazy player. He just kind of either sits or lays in one spot and just like bats at whatever is like near him. So yeah, sometimes he'll run around in a circle, but very rarely I can get him to do that. He's walking away. You gonna eat? No? You wanna play a little bit more? Play a little more before you indulge in your hunter instinct. Yeah, usually after cats play, they'll go eat. And you know they're done. He walked over by the food, but he didn't end up eating. That is if you free feed them anyway. But I think it's usually good to play with them. If you don't free feed them, you play with them before you feed them. Because then it's like they're hunting for their food, you know. Thing. You done? I think so. You're watching very intently. That's better. You steal this from me? Freaking grabbed onto the feathers and started pulling. I don't have a very strong grip on the wand, so we can yoink it anytime. Yoinked it earlier. Yeah. Open on the stick now. You're such a dork. You're my little dork. Yeah, you my dork. Leave it on the floor there. Walked away again, so maybe we'll be able to see that post this time. Got a new follower out of it, maybe. Not doing as great, but that's okay. Not as great as when I posted it last night. I posted the new art, new chapter art for that I showed earlier in stream. I posted the comparison last night between the two. Today I posted it with the I posted the new one with the chapter bit. To be fair, the chapter bit that I added, the text is a lot smaller. So might not necessarily be doing as good because of that. Wanted to fit the whole passage in there. And I didn't want to break it up into multiple, so. You know what I probably should have done with this was do both Valentine's and Lunar New Year in one. 'Cause I haven't like planned out an art piece for that yet either. I should have done it as a 2-for-1. Oh well. This isn't long enough. I think that's what the problem is here. This needs to be a bit longer. Supposed to be a little more like that. Anyway, chat, I start speech therapy this Friday. That's why the schedule is a little more rearranged. Because I didn't know, since it's gonna be my first visit on Friday, and they're gonna be doing the testing. I believe they said the testing was like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Type situation. I was like, oh no. I probably wouldn't have my voice Saturday. I very, very much expect to lose my voice. So that's why I decided to do reading stream on Thursday this week, provided that my body is okay with it. It's probably gonna wear out my voice more anyway. I think that's okay. But yeah. So schedule might be a little wonky, especially depending on how speech therapy goes. Thank fuck I finally get to do that. Good god, this voice issues have been like frustrating me again lately. Because I recently posted on TikTok like some of the images I was gonna use for because I was gonna do a cover that involved, and I was gonna use it to like expose kind of Shuya's backstory a little bit. For the MV of it, and but my voice issues have been so bad that like trying to do any singing is like god awful. That's where like it really shows up the worst. Believe it or not, it's singing and voice acting. Any like proper manipulation of my voice. Talking for extended periods of time obviously also affects it, but it affects it a lot slower. We don't. Give him very subtle woo face. Yeah. Do I normally give him a lash there? I think sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm just gonna do the other half shadow, because I think you would see a little bit of the lower line there, but not enough to warrant, I think, drawing it, so do a darker shadow there. The point would probably still be behind the strand, so I'm not gonna worry about that. We can draw this part now. Just a little funky given the angle, but that's okay. No, his ponytail would be in the way of that. And I'm not gonna do too many extra details on the sleeve in the back there. Oh, speaking of clothing details, here. Just erase it and then add a hair strand because will look nicer. The urge to play Cobblemon is very strong right now. I get a little peek of the chest in there. Little teaser of titty, yeah. That's okay. I might have to widen that a bit. We'll see. See how it looks when I remove everything else. My eepy boy. Touch with the boys' faces, haha. Josh, yeah, happy boy. He's so cute, oh my god. These cuties. Anything? Probably. Oh. I'm missing a big part of Shuya. Fucking ponytail. That for you, shade. Ponytail would be more behind, so I don't really need to do that here. I still might though, just like one strand curling out like this. It looks good that way, artistically. A little off in some spots, but that's okay. We can fix them later, maybe another time. I think that's all I'm gonna do for stream today. Hello, bats. Came in right at the end, I guess. Cause I'm tired and I don't wanna wear out my voice too much this week. I'm gonna be put through the ringer later, so anyway. Thank you for stopping by. We'll finish this on Saturday. I'll try and tweak stuff that's wrong with it offline if possible. If I am able to, we'll see. Anyway. God, they're so cute. Look at them. So yeah. There's something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. Oh well. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for stopping by. Bye bye.